Hey guys, welcome back to Kenny Beauty. So today we're doing another fragrance review. We're going to be taking a look at the new Carolina Herrera La Bomba Intense. This is a flanker to the original La Bomba. The packaging is very similar. I actually thought this was the original La Bomba when I saw it. However, there is some I only have the mini and the travel because I wasn't the hugest fan of the original La Bomba. I thought it was beautiful, but it wasn't full bottle worthy for me. But as you can see, like, I have this little mini. Honestly, I do think I prefer the original packaging better with the pink. This is red, more rouge, deeper in color, and then this one's a little bit more pink. But, you know, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, tap that bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos. I don't have a lot of information on this. I know it is a flanker to the original La Bomba DNA. I believe the perfumer is Quentin Biche, but it could also be Christophe Renaud and Louise Turner. It might be a combination. It recently just came out and I don't know exactly where it is. It says a flanker to the original La Bomba, which released last year in 2025. La Bomba Intensa is a floral fruity perfume with a bold ambery trail crafted for women drawn to passionate, dramatic, and expressive scents. The olfactory journey begins with juicy wild berries, giving the scent the addictive brightness of a berry perfume with a striking raspberry red perfume mood. At the heart, Venezuelan orchid brings lush floral richness, sensual and opulent, without losing its joyful Herrera energy. Finally, red amber gives the composition warmth, depth, and a powerful finish. Created by master perfumers Christophe Renaud, Louise Turner, and Quentin Biche, La Bomba Intense amplifies the emotional energy of the original La Bomba while introducing a completely new creation, olfactive expression, more theatrical, more passionate, and more intense. And obviously, the packaging is more intense too. I almost didn't pick this up because, like I said, I liked the original La Bomba when it came out. However, it's one of those for me that as I reached for it more, it just kind of became overpowering. There was just something that didn't sit completely right with me. I felt like it had a lot of potential, but for me personally, it just missed the mark a little bit. I loved it at first, and then the more I wore it, the more I'm just like, something is a little bit, I don't know if polarizing is the right word, but it was like a little too tart for me. I don't know, something just, to me, it was different, and it was creative, but it just, to me, it didn't blend, or something just was a little bit off. I'll just put it that way, to the point where I kept trying to wear it and I was just like, eh. So I ended up not getting a full bottle of it and just getting a mini instead, for comparison purposes, because there have been so many inspos, so many amazing brands, more affordable brands that have come out with Ferrero Rocher by Paris Corner. So many brands have done it, you know, just as good, that I feel like now La Bomba, even though it just came out a year, is kind of overdone. And again, I almost wasn't gonna get this. I'm hoping, here's what I'm hoping for with this one. I'm hoping that it is, well, let's take a look at the original La Bomba notes. Just, you know, for comparison's sake. Okay, so the original La Bomba has exotic pitaya, cherry peony, and solar vanilla. Okay, so it does have that solar vanilla. That's probably where I get like the solar polarizing vibe. It's still floral, fruity, ambery, which this one is supposed to be as well. The heart notes, cherry peony, red frangipani, and then the bottom notes are solar vanilla. I feel like I didn't get as much of the creaminess from the Frangipani as I would have preferred in the original. The notes, like I said, I don't have the full notes, but from what I can tell, they are not really, they're different enough. I have forest berries, red raspberry, wild berries, raspberry, the Venezuelan orchid, which I'm hoping for me is going, a lot of times orchid can be a lot smoother of a floral. It almost adds like a more sweeter effect sometimes to fragrances. And then let's just see. And then red amber. So I don't know how accurate those notes are, but let's give her, I do wish that they would put the sprayer on these at the top instead of here. It makes it like a little bit ugly to spray. Like I'd rather be spraying it like this. Whoa! Wow! What is this? Okay. I wish I had gotten 2 of these now. There's none of that unpleasant, bitter, tart, whatever that was in the original, whether it was the pitaya or the frangipani or the solar vanilla. This is juicy. This is sweet. This is ambery berries. It's almost like if you, okay. It's almost like the original La Bomba was like an unripe, like I almost got like something a little bit unripe about it, like rhubarb or like something very tart and bitter. This is like if you took that fruit and you ripened it up and you threw some like brown sugar amber on top. It's warm without being spicy. It's just really nice. I still get like a little bit of earthy greenness to it. It still is different enough, but still keeps a little bit of that original La Bomba DNA, but like the best parts of the original La Bomba DNA. It's sweeter, it's juicier, it's more fruitier to me. It's ripe, it's succulent, it's sweeter. If it's not like gourmand sweetness, this is so good. This is what I wanted the original La Bomba to be. Like they should have come out with this one first. This would have been more a hit. Although the original La Bomba was a hit, but this is, I feel like, yeah, it's just like a riper, more rounded, less contrasting. Yeah, just fruity, juicy. I almost want to say like a sweet cherry, because like with raspberry, typically when I think of like raspberry, I think more tart, and this is like definitely just a beautiful plump berried, ripe berried scent. But I still, yeah, like I still get like almost like a sweet basil vibe to it as well, which is really, really nice. It's like green without being a bitter green. This is really, really beautiful. Yeah, I am going to definitely be rocking this. I feel like both La Bombas are kind of unisex. I do feel like this one's a little bit more playful, a little bit more juicier, a little bit more like, you know, crushed berries or ripe berries. It could lean a little bit more feminine than the original La Bomba. I mean, both were very marketed towards the feminine market anyways, but I always felt like the original La Bomba was pretty unisex. I feel like this one could be as well, but this is a sweeter, juicier. Again, I feel like if you liked La Bomba, the original, you're going to love this. But if you didn't like the original La Bomba, you're still going to love this. It almost gives me a little bit of like Power of You vibes without being Power of You. It's really, really beautifully done. Effortless, just making my mouth water. Like maybe one of the best berry scents. And there's been a lot of them. Rabanne, Fame and Love, I thought that was good. Like I really, really like this. The Coach Cherry, that's more of a floral. This is like really nice berry, sweet, ripe berries without being like too jammy. It's not like jammy like the Dior Essence or the Marc Jacobs Perfect Absolute. It's not like jammy, but it is like a ripe, sugared berries. Like it's almost like before you take the pie and put it in the oven, when you're crushing up the berries and you're adding like the sugar to it and you're just mixing it all together when the berries are still uncooked. That's what I get with this. The orchid is phenomenal. It's barely there, but it plays enough just to make it really something special. Like this is beautiful. This might be one of my favorite berry scents this year. There's been a lot. It's, again, it's sweet, it's ripe, but without being too, it's not cloy, it's not too sweet, it's not too ripe. It's just clean, sweet berries. Like you are picking the berries off the tree. It's really good. It's really freaking good. I'm blown away. I'm so glad I decided to get this. If you like fruity, juicy, fruity fragrances, you're going to like this. Without a doubt. There's really nothing to not like about it. Nothing sits weird. It's just beautifully... I mean, come on, you guys. We're talking about Quentin Biche. Yeah, this is amazing. So glad I got this. So glad I took a chance because, again, I did not like... I also really like the packaging on this one, too. Like, it's very similar, but it's just... It's a little more cutesy, a little bit more fun, a little bit more playful, a little bit more flirty, and I feel like that's what this is. I feel like the original La Bomba is a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more like a acquired taste, where this one is just more playful, flirty, juicy, like down to get down type of a vibe. Like I really like this, but still grown at the same time. So yeah, I will definitely, I kind of wish, because I don't even know if this is going to, I think it, yeah, I don't even know. Although the original one had come out in some places first and then was available. So maybe this will be available, but I kind of wish I had picked up 2 now, because I foresee myself going through this fairly quickly, because that's just how easy it is and just how good of a great scent, especially for this time of year. I do feel like for me, it is multi-year, but I feel like it does lean more spring, summertime for me, because it's like that ripe, juicy berry type of a vibe. But something gives me, and maybe it's the orchid, I get like almost like a sweet basil too. And I think for me, that's maybe what, like when I think of like basil or orchid, like it gives me summer vibes, because I think of like the fresh basil in the garden and everything. I don't know, but this is really, really good. Really good. Don't sleep on this one. Even if you didn't like the original La Bomba, this is, I feel like you can't go wrong with this. It's a safe blind buy for sure. I actually thought Armani Power of You was my fave, like juicy, fruity. I think this is better. And I didn't think I would ever say that, because I thought Armani Power of You, it's not the same though. They're not the same notes at all, but it's in that same fruity category, I guess, if that makes sense. But I think I like this one better. I think I do. All right, you guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, tap that bell so you can be notified of all the new upcoming videos. I've been doing more niche, more just, you know, fragrance in general. Still doing makeup from time to time and still doing bath and body. But I've been really down like the perfume talk hole lately. So yeah, it's free for you to subscribe and it helps me kick out more reviews for you guys. And as always, thanks so much for hanging out today and taking a look at this new La Bomba by Carolina Herrera. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.